Hello! Today is Monday, the 23rd of June, and I want to share with you how I spent my weekend, what I did at the weekend. Let's start. So, on Saturday, I woke up early, as always. I always wake up early on Saturdays because I'm taking an art therapy course. So every Saturday I have a session or a lesson. I am studying to become a psychologist. I am studying psychology. So this is a part of my study, this course, art therapy course. And every Saturday we have classes. They start at 10 in the morning, at 10 a.m. and they usually finish at 2 p.m., at 2 in the afternoon. That's why I always wake up and get up early on Saturdays, because I want to have breakfast, to have a shower, to brush my teeth, and to wash my face, to have my coffee, and every morning I listen to Spanish lessons, to lessons in Spanish. So while I'm drinking my morning coffee, I always listen to Spanish, and I want to do it before my classes, before my course. So that's why I woke up at 7, I think, in the morning, and I did all those things, and at 10 I was at my desk. I opened my laptop and I started studying. This Saturday we did an interesting art therapy technique that is called, its name is a star of feelings. A star, like stars in the sky at night. We can see a lot of stars at night. And the name of this technique is the star of feelings. Feelings, it's what we feel, our emotions, like happy, sad, angry, and so on. If it's interesting for you, I can tell you about this technique. I can tell you a little bit about this technique. So first, you need to take a pen and to write down pairs of opposite feelings. A pair means two. So a pair of feelings means two feelings. Opposite feelings, which means, for example, sad. It's like when you are sad. What is the opposite? It can be happy, merry, or excited. something positive, yeah? Well, positive, because in psychology, all emotions are good, yeah? But we need to find pairs of opposite emotions. I can give you an example of opposite things, but they are not emotions, other things. For example, black and white, they are opposite. Big and small, new and old, they are opposites. Okay, so you need to write down pairs of opposite emotions. For example, sad and happy, or angry and kind, or it's not an emotion, so angry and open-minded. Any emotions can be, and every person has different pairs. And you need to write down like 3, 4, 5 pairs of emotions. And then you need a piece of paper, and you need to use paints of different colors. I wanted to show you the paints. So these are paints of different colors. You can see here red, yellow, blue, green, white, I think it's black, orange, and brown. And also these are paints. There are 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they are watercolor paints. Yeah, so you need paints and a brush like this. So what you need to do is to draw a circle on a piece of paper, and then you need to divide these circles into different sectors, and each sector is one of your emotions that you wrote down, and you need to choose the color or a few colors and to paint this sector into these colors that you think are good for this emotion. For example, some people think that sadness, when you are sad, this emotion has gray color. If you need gray color, you can take black paint with water, or you can mix black paint with white paint. And you have a gray sector. When you have a gray sector, you can write down sadness. It's just an example. I can show you my star of feelings. And then step number 3, when you have the whole picture, you can look at it and ask yourself some questions. For example, what do you think about this star? Do you like it? Or what do you feel when you look at it? What part of your picture attracts your attention? Which means when you look at it, what do you see first? And different other questions. This is an art therapy technique used to work with emotions. So I learned about this technique on Saturday, and I also painted a little bit. After that, I had lunch at home. I usually have lunch at home because I like having soup for lunch. And I always have soup at home. And after that, I met with my mom. So every Saturday I meet with my mom and my sister, but this Saturday my sister finished her work very late. She finished her work, I think, at 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening. But I met with my mom earlier, with my mother. We met at 4 or 4:30, I don't remember. And we waited for my sister because we didn't know what time she would finish her work. I met with my mother and we went to a cafe and had coffee. So we had coffee and chatted and talked a little bit. And then I walked home because I had a lesson in the evening. I had a lesson at 7 o'clock in the evening. I had a lesson with my friend who lives in New York. He is Ukrainian and he comes from Kyiv, but he lives in New York now. And he wanted to improve his English. He wanted to make his English better. That's why he texted me. I got a message from him on my phone and he asked me if I could help him with English. And I said yes. So we had a lesson, and in Kyiv it was 7 p.m. But in New York it was, I think, 12. It was the noon, so it was 12 p.m. If I'm not mistaken, because I don't remember for sure. So we had a lesson, and after the lesson I had dinner, and one of my friends texted me and offered to have an online chat, to have a Zoom call, a Zoom meeting. So in the evening I also had a conversation online with another friend, and this friend of mine is learning Spanish, and so am I. So I'm learning Spanish and he's learning Spanish. So when we had the call, we practiced speaking Spanish, just a little bit. It was fun. After that, I went to bed, and I think there was nothing else that I did on Saturday. On Sunday, I also woke up early because on Sundays I have a training in the morning. I have a workout, but it's not a workout in the gym. I go trampoline jumping. So I go to the studio, to the sports studio near my house. And there we have a training where we jump on trampolines, mini trampolines, small trampolines, and it's like a fitness class. So I had this training. Well, first, of course, when I woke up, I had breakfast, I had coffee, I learned Spanish. Of course, I also had a shower and everything as always. And then I went to the training, and it was fun. I really like this fitness activity. And after that, I came back home and I got a text, I got a message from my friend who is, well, I wanted to say who is a photographer, but then I recalled that it's not her job, it's her hobby. Her hobby is photography. So she takes pictures and she has a professional camera and she enjoys, she really loves taking beautiful photos. And I asked her to take some pictures of me, pictures that I can share as an English teacher. And I got a message from her where she said that she could meet on Sunday, on this day. She said that she could meet, and she offered to conduct a photo session for me. So we met in a few hours, I think at 3 p.m. we met, and she took some pictures of me. I haven't seen these pictures yet. I don't have these pictures now because she needs some time to edit these pictures, to open them in Photoshop, for example, and to change something. That's what photographers do after the photo session. We met with Lena, it's the name of my friend, and we took some pictures. We also went outside to take pictures, and we walked a little bit. We strolled, we walked in the park, and we went to a cafe and we had coffee there. And of course, we chatted, we talked. So it was very inspiring, very interesting for me. And we discussed a lot of interesting topics. Then Lena went home and I cleaned my house a little bit and went to bed. And that was it. That's all about my weekend. Thanks for listening to me. I hope it was clear and useful. And if it was, please leave me a comment and tell me what you did this weekend and if you liked it and if you learned anything new. See you! Bye!